Hope everyone's doing well. If you haven't been to the channel before, my name is EQ and welcome to Stonkaholics. Before we get into this video, if you could throw a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, anything like that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much. We finally crossed our 1,000 subscriber goal. Next goal is going to be 10,000. You guys are amazing. None of this would be possible without you, so bless you. So today we're going to be going over Harmony or One. I've been asked a lot about this one in the comment sections or through the Discord group. Currently ranked 84th on the top list. We're sitting at 10 cents per coin at a market cap of 1 billion, and we have a circulating supply of 9.51 billion and a total supply of 13 billion tokens. So it's a finite token. So if you haven't heard of Harmony, it's kind of a similar thing to Matic. We did a video about that the other day. It's a scaling solution to Ethereum, something that they've been struggling with until they released 2.0. Plus, they got a fucking DeLorean on their website, so you gotta trust them. All in all, this project is super popular. It's a great solution for the time being until E 2.0 comes out. You can see open and fast blockchain, runs Ethereum apps with 2-second transaction finality and 100 times lower fees, which is amazing. If you saw what Matic did in terms of movement, this is something that could follow that pattern because it's something very similar. It has its own unique features that we'll talk about, but it's pretty similar. And comparing Harmony to the other protocol features, you can see we compete and stand up with pretty much all of them. Going into the strengths, we got random state sharding, we have fast consensus with instant finality and effective POS and token economics. It is a finite token and they have burns and stuff like that in here, so there's zero inflation. So going into the strategy and architecture, you can see they have the interoperability of the Ethereum bridge and Bitcoin bridge. You have cross-shard compatibility and the cross-chain communications. Going into the partners, you have the Uniswap, asset pools, governance tokens, listings, all that kind of stuff. Then you have DeFi and the NFT projects that they're partnering with, and wrapping it up with the decentralization, the resharding side of the project, and the fasting and gossips. So all in all, the project has a lot of things that they can do and a lot of implementations. So there's a lot of upside with Harmony. It's not just a one-sided project, so doesn't necessarily only rely on the Ethereum bridge to be successful. For example, for all we know, it could be the resharding or the DeFi section of the partners that really carries this project to the next level. Going into the roadmap for on-chain wallets for their million users, we're going to have social recovery. So that means that if you lose your wallet, you're not going to have seed phrases or any SMS messages or anything like that. It's going to be straight through Google Authenticator. So you're going to have on-chain security via smart contracts. So anytime things are going to be needed from the blockchain, they're going to send oracles to the real world to collect that information for you to make sure that nothing is being brought in terms of malware. So they're going to be user focused, like Argent, Loopring, and Gnosis Safe. And then you have a 20% fixed rate yield on cross-chain assets and staking derivatives as universal basic income. So a lot of things that Harmony is going to be doing going into the future and the rest of the year, topping off this bull cycle. And then you're going to start seeing the implementation through the bear cycle. So now we're going to go into the technical analysis. First off, you can see we're starting to pick up some volume in here, which is great. We're looking at the hourly right now. Just because everything is so down, we're not watching these long-term charts at the moment. Things can go back down. Let's say if Bitcoin wants to stop and hit a trap at 45K and bring price down. Doesn't really matter what the long-term charts are saying, so we're going to play short-term for now. So volume on the 1 hour, we're getting resistance on the 50, but the STO RSI has plenty of room because it is in the oversold area. So if this does want to push up, it can trigger and hold this impulse move while it tests the next potential resistance. The volume oscillator also has plenty of room to grow. And you can see price, since it made this little impulse move after it found a support at 6 cents, we're able to bring price up to the EMAs and started a little clusterfuck on the EMAs, which created this consolidation channel. And within this channel, we're sitting in the middle of the channel, which if you're in our Discord group, you know that's a major point in the consolidation channels. You can see we got an EMA stack. Now what we're really watching out for is this green EMA to cross over this gold EMA. That's the 20 crossing over the 200 or golden cross. Also getting major support across the EMAs. It's looking like a spring. So if we get a pop over, we can see price hold at around 10 cents before, or 11 cents before we start pushing up. Now if I'm doing this on a short-term trade, my first area of interest or take profit one in terms of where this can start hitting resistance for me would be in between this 13 cent and 14 cent area. You can see we have some major candles going on here, and through time this is held as a major SR point. The bottom of the channel has held as a major support, and it's also acted as a major resistance, but the resistances have hit to 14 cents, while the support pushes have pushed down to 13 cents, which would make this whole area an area of interest. That's my TP1 going forward, and my TP2 would be the top of this. If you really want to play it safe, you can drag this down and take this whole area, including these candles on this side and these wicks. But for my sakes and purposes, I'm going to keep it at this. This is going to be my TP2 area, anywhere from 17 to 18 cents. This should be the next major point of resistance. That'll be testing the all-time high for Harmony at the moment. So once we get to that all-time high test, it's going to probably come down and have to find some sort of impulse support before breaking out. But I realistically think if it does want to push up, we're going to get a real hard push like we got here. That'll bring it back down to hold support anywhere in this area. So if price does hit my TP2 on short-term trades, I will close out and wait for price to retrace down. Patience will always win in this game. Now going into price predictions based on the last impulse move, if this was to occur. So we're going to add the fib on here now from the bottom of this channel to the top where we already had an impulse move before we came crashing down, just to gauge where price can go once we pass the all-time high. So we could see price push all the way to 24 cents. That's a pretty solid move. So we can do a simple forecast and see that we're teetering at a TP3. We're going to be pretty close to 132% move. So all in all, it's a pretty solid move going forward. And on the short term, if you're hitting TP2 in this situation, you're looking at a 76% move to retest all-time high. So all in all, Harmony is looking pretty decent. Keep in mind though that we're in a really choppy part of the market, so I wouldn't put all your eggs in that basket and bet on Harmony just yet. We could fall and retest the support down here. That's not something that would be out of the ordinary, and we could even potentially go lower than that point. So just keep that in mind and think short in this time. We don't know exactly what's going on with Bitcoin or the market or these Bitcoin options ending or all this other FUD that's going on. So we're just going to watch our bags and stay safe. Now looking at this price, you can see we just dropped under a $1 billion market cap. So even if this wanted to do a 10 times move from 1 billion, you're looking at 10 billion. If you want a 20 times move, you're looking at 20 billion. That's barely going to put it into the top 10. So if a 20 times move is going to put this at $20. So buying from 10 cents to going to $20 could be a massive grab. That's if it was to get into the top 10 and hit that market cap of 20 billion. And that's going to wrap up this video. If you didn't get a chance to throw a like or subscribe to the channel before, please do that now. And hope everyone has an amazing day, morning, night, wherever you're watching this, wherever you are.